We didn't want to dance, so we wrote.
We didn't have a space, so we created our own.
Founded in 1995 by 14 Filipinas, we write, stand, and perform as Brown University's oldest spoken word group.
Like the myriad of islands that make up the Philippine archipelago,
we come together as a collective of voices, words, and backgrounds
that explore the multiplicity and diversity of the Filipino culture and experience.
Here, we stand as the next generation of this legacy. We,
Amy Seat,
Regine Francis He Rosas,
Dainara Erica Miguel Rivera,
Mario Mabel Tanangco Bugayong,
our Archipelaga.
People love that sci-fi shit.
That post-apocalyptic shit.
That Marvel, DC, reboot that franchise 3 times type of shit.
It's funny how easy it is to root for outsiders when they arrive with quirky superpowers.
To care about decimated homelands when they belong to space royalty.
To condemn destroyers that hide behind black masks instead of government titles.
To support rebellions won by lightsabers and not protest.
To see a planet invaded by foreigners.
Forced into labor and to worship at the feet of a false god.
And to actually sympathize with that planet's inhabitants.
We love to see people take down the government, triumph against the foreign invader.
As long as the government is not our own.
As long as the invaders appear as brutally inhumane as possible.
As long as we can just sit back and press pause whenever we need a break.
Why does science fiction allow us to access an oppression that we can consume?
Why are we unable, unwilling to see that these sci-fi stories are people's lived realities?
Sci-fi superhero movies. We love to eat that shit up. Batman, Spider-Man, Catwoman. We call them superhumans, but why are they trying to be animals? When in the past, the humans deemed animals were demeaned as being subhuman. The meaning of their existences subjugated into shackled, unspoken dreams. They say sci-fi is a glimpse into the future, but what I see is a replication of the past, just re-embellished with gleaming, glorious, or maybe just glorified technology. We love to eat up sci-fi. It's like feasting on the future, on fantastical fruits and treats and feats, but if sci-fi is the future, then where is the fusion food? Where are the shades of color on this bright screen future covered and smothered by white? No wonder these movies are so bright and glaring. You want to talk about light travel and parallel universes? Yes, let's talk about light skin traveling across the world at supernatural speeds, creating parallel universes with their silver steel technology and secret service agents of disease. The sci-fi of that past is our lived reality, and the science fiction of that past is really just a fiction misconstrued as a science. So much of our reality, the concept of race, is just a fiction misconstrued as a science, as a legacy of fairy tales transcribed into codes of law. So forget sci-fi. The future, what is it really? It's the inevitable mixing and stirring and blurring of colors inside the wok of this world like Spam fried rice. And yeah, we love to eat that shit up.
Aliens. We love to blame everything on aliens, praise them for their advanced technologies because it's so easy to see intelligence in green skin instead of brown. Who built the pyramids? Aliens. Who made crop circles? Aliens. Who made the Nazca lines? Aliens. The decades of labor, brown labor, brick by brick is unfathomable, but some kind of zap laser insta seventh world wonder? Somehow that makes sense. People can't get past the aliens, past the invaders, past the foreign tongues and slanty eyes. Aliens don't belong here after all. Dog eaters, ching chong chop suey. I know what it's like. Walking home in the middle of the night, feeling that car slow to a creep till it's right by my side. Stare at that white face as it whispers at me. Alien. Alien girl. Alien face. You don't belong here. I know how people really feel about aliens now. You'll give them credit, turn their treasured triumphs into tourist traps, but don't think for 1 second they get to stay. People only care about aliens when they don't look like me.
Sci-fi taught me what it meant to escape. I understand my past through words and worlds, Stories kept me buoyant above my small town life, helped me dream my small hands into cusping a future bigger than reality told me to imagine. Reality mandated me a small sphere of influence, but I diluted reality by reclaiming its delusions for my own. I thought I couldn't be deluded by reality's stories of the worth of women of color and their voices and space and influence. But the stories I relied on for empowerment betrayed me. When I looked to sci-fi's ideal future, I found winding white corridors and white uniform and white skin. Sci-fi taught me to equate whiteness with escape, and I ran as far towards it as I could. I looked to a future so divorced from my own skin that I didn't have to rely on these hands the stories taught me to distrust. Foreign and dark hands I did not know how to build with or create. I looked around and couldn't see anyone who looked like me, building or creating or dreaming. So I ran towards those I was told knew how to build and create and dream. I dreamt of futures made of winding white corridors and white uniforms and white skin, and convinced myself it was my choice to blur the line between fiction and reality, between performing whiteness and trying to be what I never could.
I am tired of having my feelings and experiences invalidated because the realities of my people
Are neglected.
Are consumed as caricatures.
Are only valid when co-opted by the historic invaders themselves.
Our stories are not to be confined to the screen, embodied by white actors.
Our stories are not to be confined to white pages, written by white authors.
Our stories are here on this stage.
Resonating with the words from deep within us,
Etched into the lines of our hands.
These hands trace our lineage from across an ocean.
Can you hear the waves crash as we walk on stage?
can you hold an ocean in our brief embrace?
We have learned to weather the storms of our bodies.
As we all come together in a cosmic aligning of disaster and creation.
How else can we wear this skin and not know what it means to fight, to defend?
To hold blood that isn't yours, but is yours within your veins.
We create tools out of bodies.
Love out of blood.
Power out of hands.
These hands carry a world.
Where the colonizers bow down to those colonized for hundreds of years.
Bow down to 4 women.
Hands calloused with battle scars.
Who have fought with their blood and pain and words.
Who stand triumphant.
No longer subjugated.
No longer silenced.